Rapper and soul star Plan B is making the transition from music to movies, but it's no straightforward stroll to the Hollywood elite for Ben Drew. Before he takes a starring role in next year's Sweeney movie, he has his own film project to complete.
So Ill Manners is a multi-character story. It's some of the stories are based on true stories, and some of them are fictionalized. So I took a bunch of true stories that happened and put them in the same place. So they're only fabricated in the sense that they happen at different times in different places, and I've put them all happening at the same time in the same place. And then I fictionalised the rest. So there's some characters that are not based on anyone at all. And the film is narrated in part by my hip-hop music. So I act as a narrator, but I narrate within the medium of hip-hop. And that just allows me to take such a big and complex story like it is and condense it into a small amount of time, but also to tell kind of backstories of characters without having to show it literally. And it has been a learning curve for me. I feel like I've been making films 10 years, you know, because I made Ill Manners on such a small budget and with so many kind of issues and stuff in our way, you know. But I really feel like it was the best thing for me, you know. And the next time I make a film, I'll have a bigger budget and I'll have so much experience behind me that it's just going to be a lot more of an enjoyable experience for me.
Before that next directorial feature, though, comes the matter of playing alongside Ray Winstone in the highly anticipated remake of The Sweeney. How did Plan B feel about taking on the role of a policeman?
I never had a great relationship with the police when I was growing up. You know, if me and my mates was in the park late at night, kind of drinking and smoking weed, they'd always come and with us. You know, and I just think that's how a lot of kids see the police. It's like we're not out there breaking into cars and burgling houses and robbing people. We're sitting in a park smoking weed, and okay, like weed is illegal, but we're not injuring anyone, harming anyone, or stealing from anyone, so just let us be, you know. And I always found that the police would always come and just, you know, f with us, you know, just because they could. And it's really hard taking the Sweeney role, because I was like to Nick, I was like, you know, I don't really like the police. How am I going to kind of portray a likeable policeman when I think they're all, you know? But then it's not the truth, because I've met policemen that I think are cool, and when we spoke about it, I said, well, if I'm going to play a policeman, then I want to play a cool policeman. And he's the kind of policeman that if he caught a bunch of kids smoking weed, he'd just say, listen, put it away and go somewhere else. I'm not going to arrest you, but if I see you doing it again, then you're taking the piss, because you know I'm a police officer and you know you shouldn't be doing that around me. And I've met coppers like that, you know. And I thought, if I'm going to play a copper in this film, that's the kind of copper I'm going to play, you know.
And Plan B has taken this movie role in his stride. He told us that he always felt he'd act alongside the daddy.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be working with Ray Winstone. He's like a role model for me. I always wanted to be in a film with him. And I always knew that it would happen, but I never realised I'd have such a big part and such an important part with him. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I just hope I have enough time to focus, you know, before the film, so I can really do the best job I can, because, you know, people like Ray and Nick, they deserve that from me.